Hi again. I noticed that you put out a job request.
Ah, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. And yes, you are correct. This time the job is about Bloodstar. You have heard what happened to them.
Depends. Something new?
They've disbanded. Their boss was taken out by some maverick upstart. I would very much like to shake the hand of whoever that was.
Whoever it was might prefer to keep it on the lowdown.
Anyhow, with Bloodstar falling apart, there are other parties interested in stripping the abandoned stations for whatever they're worth. Specifically a certain databank somewhere around Palimon, which is being sought by a client for a high price. I'd do the job myself, but it's a treacherous undertaking. Some old Bloodstar haven't quit the area just yet.
Scavenging stations is kind of a pastime of mine. Simply point me the way.
You'll be looking for a sizable databank. If you find and return the particular one we need, I will split the bounty with you 50-50.
I'll be doing most of the footwork here, right?
And I have the contact. You won't be able to sell the package without me.
Transfer me all the info you got. I'll look into it.
bitten off more than I can chew. got this. I am getting too used to nearly dying.
Interesting.
Is this the one?
No. However, I am reading some curious file details on a previous transfer to a new location.
I'll keep looking for more servers.
The memory has been wiped.
Yeah, by the archive admin. When was that?
The timestamp is unreadable.
Let's see what the other servers have in store.
Nice shot. The data on this server is beyond retrievable.
Yeah, this thing's trashed. Server locations. Hive, can you run a scan to see if this is the one we're looking for?
The drives are completely scrambled. This cannot be the one.
Best keep looking then.
There are no more server locations. At least none highlighted by the trader.
Huh. Wasn't there anything you could glean from those other drives?
There were some remaining files of historical interest dating to the time of the Okar incursion of Palimon. I came across numerous entries authored by the archive admin, some written decades apart.
Could it be the same person?
The author states that they arrived in Palimon as a mere miner, but wishes they had stayed on Eculus base, where they felt more at home. I do have a record of a mining station in the vicinity of Eculus. Here are its coordinates.
Well, it's a long shot, but maybe that's where they transferred the databank. Let's check it out.
The station appears to be abandoned.
All the better, I suppose.
I get to live to fight again.
If the traitor was right and the data he's looking for still exists, this place is our last chance of finding it. All right, Hive. Hold tight. I'm heading in.
Who are you? How did you find this place?
Don't move. I've got my crosshairs trained right on you.
Why does everyone have to be so jumpy nowadays? Come now, relax. There's enough calamity at play as it is.
Are you referring to the disintegration of the Bloodstar gang, or the general state of the DMZ?
The former, obviously. Damned Bolton. It was bad for a while already, but it got worse once he took over.
Bolton?
People called him Gas Mask. Not that anyone would call him that to his face, of course. He was disfigured, bitter.
Oh yeah, Gas Mask. Doesn't quite earn my sympathy.
What would you know about any of this? You've encountered him?
I don't want to get into it. I'm just looking for a particular databank. I'm working on the assumption that someone brought it here ages ago. Whoever archive admin was.
Yes, that was me. I suppose G&B hired you in order to ascertain the remaining resource value of the region. We mined on Palimon during the war. We knew the risks, but then G&B failed to extract us from the encroaching battlefront. When the dust settled, the only ones left were the few of us who hid deep in the shafts. The databank you're looking for is more than simply log records and resource locations. For G&B, it's a historical stain on their reputation that needs to be erased unless they are ever taken into account. For us, it's where we came from. It's who we are.
Or what's left of you. Bloodstar's finished.
You seem pleased enough about it. You know, we weren't always on the wrong side of affairs. I was the gang historian, but my job was more than keeping files. It was onboarding new recruits to our code. It was keeping the continuity. Now, there are none left to carry the flame. Some are joining new gangs and leaving their old allegiances behind. Some are trying to flee the DMZ altogether. All that remains are the stories. Take the databank. I'm not equipped to resist you in any case. But keep in mind, the drives are antiquated and cumbersome, incompatible with newer technology. The whole databank needs to be physically removed from the back of the station. I only want to live out the rest of my time here in peace.
That is quite a heavy tale. Thanks for sharing it.
Just get out of here. I've done all I can. My life's work is over.
Hey, take care out there.
Whatever.
I found it. Removing it now. Pull me up a random section, Hive.
Bloodstar code updated 0703-3045. Care, camaraderie, coexistence. The Bloodstar Oath is amended to include squadmate responsibility for widowed and orphaned members.
Okay, that's interesting. So they did have some form of social code. Pull me up another.
1712-3048. A crew of 15, found malnourished after being forced from Union. 2 weeks rest and recuperation offered. A number already expressing interest in joining our ranks.
Well, they can't have been all that bad if they were rescuing starving crews. Wonder where it all went wrong for these guys. Let's try another.
3011-3055. Man-at-Arms Bolton again challenges the Chief for leadership. The Council intervenes to remind Bolton of the electoral process which has existed since the gang's founding. Bolton is reprimanded, but remains defiant.
Sounds like a slide into a dictatorship. I reckon we did Bloodstar a favor by ridding them of Gas Mask, even though it meant their undoing. Hive, I need to reconsider this. I mean, what's G&B gonna do with all this but mine it for resource data and erase the rest? We have a choice here. Return the data to the old-timer and let him finish his life's work, or cash it in for a healthy profit.
and the 9 blistering heavens have you got there?
What you asked for, the databank. Do whatever you want with it. It's the story of an extinct gang, but I'm sure G&B will find some profitable intel.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, it's all about digging long enough until you strike anything of value.
My contact at G&B should be able to transfer up front on news of this. Once again, my friend, it has been a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.